Hey, what up ladies and gents, it's your favorite Asian robot right here, hopefully your favorite official content creator for the First Descendant. And today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys the difference between sharp precision shot and mental focus when used on the Enduring Legacy. We actually did an in-depth test the other day. I know this was actually streamed more than 8 days ago. Don't worry, the link to this particular stream is in the video description. But basically, we did a live stream test where I actually tested the kill time difference between sharp precision shot and mental focus, and the results were actually pretty interesting. I have always been somebody who swears by mental focus because I simply prefer mental focus since it allows you to roll during combat while retaining the bonus, and therefore it allows for better positioning in my personal opinion. That being said, what we actually discovered is that kill times for one particular character is significantly better when you apply sharp precision shot instead. However, it does come with its own risks. Everything will be explained to you guys in this video. Alright, I will start by talking about the spreadsheet with all the results and everything, and then after that I'll discuss the modules, explaining the differences, the changes, a little bit of the math behind it, and then finally I will do a demonstration where I showcase how this works in 4 situations: hard mode executioner, hard mode dead bride, hard mode pyromaniac, we don't care about hard mode devourer because he's basically a training dummy, and of course hard mode swamp walker. Now before we get into all of that, alright, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you a short sponsored ad from Yume, and then after that we're gonna get into the nitty gritty. Okay, let's get started. Hey there everybody, I've just got one question for you guys. Do you like Hawaiian shirts? Because I've just partnered with Yume in order to offer you guys 100% eco-friendly premium Aloha inspired apparel. There are literally hundreds of designs that you can choose from for men, women, kids, everything. I urge you guys to take a look at this website. And if you find something that you like, make sure to use code RAR10 at checkout. Alright, link is in the description. Aloha, see you in the gear. Okay, welcome back from that sponsored ad. And of course, don't forget to also register me as your content creator. Link is in the video description. Now, what we're going to talk about is the spreadsheet first. Right, I want to explain to you the testing that was done. You can actually see it on the live stream, like I said, but I'm going to explain to you the testing that was done, the results that we obtained from the test, and then after that, I will go into a little bit of math, and then we'll do the demonstration. Okay? All right, so let's get started with the explanations first. First and foremost, when we did the Enduring Legacy test, when we did the test between sharp precision shot and mental focus, of course, we used 3 different characters to test this: Gley, Enzo, and Hailey. Pretty standard for most gun build tests. What I started with was Gley using sharp precision shot, then I would use Gley with mental focus. I would tabulate the times, the kill times on the executioner and dead bride. I would take 4 results in each bracket, get an average kill time, and then I would compare the average kill times between the two. This helps to smooth random factors such as crits, stuff like that, because it is impossible to achieve a 100% crit rate. Okay, so that is basically how the test was conducted. You will be able to see that on the live stream. And the results of the test are pretty varied, but also pretty interesting. All right, let's go through them step by step. Starting with Gley, all right, which you will actually see over there in the spreadsheet. If you were to look at Gley using sharp precision shot, the variance in the kill time for executioner was between 51 seconds up to 74 seconds with an average of 63. Okay, for dead bride, it was from 53 seconds all the way up to 87. Significant variance there, all right, with an average kill time of 71. This can be explained by the fact that sharp precision shot has a wind up time. It takes 5 seconds for your sharp precision shot to fully wind up, right? And I'll go through this in the math section a little later, but it takes 5 seconds for it to wind up, and therefore Gley, whose unlimited ammo lasts for about 9.1 seconds based on my build, you can get it to last slightly longer, but mine is about 9.1 seconds. Okay, mine lasts 9.1 seconds. That means that the first 5 seconds is wind up time, and the last 4.1 seconds is where I'm at full burst. But unlike with mental focus, where I can practically take advantage of the unlimited ammo and retain the mental focus bonus, I can't do that with sharp precision shot, because casting a skill counts as taking your finger off the trigger, which is the key factor in sharp precision shot. So this is pretty much why the results ended up exactly like that. All right, can take a quick drink and I'll carry on. Now, for mental focus, right? For mental focus, the results on Gley were significantly better. Now, there was one outlier here, okay? And thank you guys for teaching me how to pronounce outlier. For Executioner, the variance was between 52 seconds up to 76, with an average of 62 seconds. Why was there one outlier? Because it was a very odd fight. The outlier of 90 seconds was not taken into account because it was extreme beyond the normal range, and the fight itself was weird. So due to that, we actually redid the fight, and we got more appropriate results within the bracket. All right, so even then it was still 76 seconds. But like I said, during this one particular run, it was either that like crits weren't coming at all, or like, I don't know, I can't remember the exact circumstances, but there is a reason why we had to remove this one, and I did disclose it during the live stream. But yeah, we stripped that one away and we got a more correct average timing. Same for Dead Bride. Dead Bride, we saw an average, we saw a variance between 56 seconds at the lowest and 76 seconds at the highest, with an average of 65. All right, so if we were to compare the two results, then for Sharp Precision Shot on Gley, Gley had about a 71 seconds on average, whereas Mental Focus had 65 seconds on average. All right, and for Executioner, it was 62 seconds for Mental Focus, 63 for Sharp Precision Shot. Not much difference on Executioner, a bit more difference on Dead Bride. All right, however, you can see that the numbers are relatively close. You can see the numbers are relatively close, right? So Mental Focus is now winning by a massive margin. Okay, and in fact, you might be saying, well, if you were to actually, what about you removed an outlier of 90, but there's an 87 second kill time on Dead Bride with Sharp Precision Shot. This one we left in because it was actually a fair fight. What actually happened was that we were under a unique circumstance, where Dead Bride's movements did not allow us to properly stack Sharp Precision Shot, and we weren't really getting good results with it. So it ended up in a situation where I kept, trying to refresh my lethality's duration, my increased sensory's duration, to get the lethality buff, and it resulted in a obscenely long kill time, but it was within the normal range as nothing weird happened during that run, so I had to keep that data in. Whereas here, like with the Executioner one, something like it was just a really odd run, so we had to remove it. So we did kind of redo that run. Again, I want to avoid anybody that might say we're cherry picking data, because we're not. We actually do take into account how the fight feels during the run. Is it, did we do everything correctly, so that we try and keep it as close as possible. Now, again, it's impossible to get exact results, but we try to keep everything as close as possible. All right, so that was the Gley test. You can see that with Gley, even though Mental Focus is technically the better choice with Gley, you're not seeing a lot of variation. You're not seeing like a drastic difference to the point that, oh my god, this one thing is so much better than the other. So that already shows that, for Gley at least, the ideology that it's kind of your choice still works. Like we've told everybody, it's literally your choice. You can do what you want. There's no right or wrong answer whereby you absolutely must pick one or the other. Okay, all right, so that we understand. Now let's move on to Enzo. Enzo actually had different results. For Enzo, Sharp Precision Shot for the Executioner and Dead Bride did a lot better. All right, again, here we had to remove an outlier for Sharp Precision Shot, because it was the variance for Sharp Precision Shot on Executioner was between 31 seconds up to 44 seconds. We had an outlier of 73. Like I said, it was a really, really weird fight. I think this was, once again, due to imperfect reload cancels. So for Enzo, reload canceling is very normal, especially with the Enduring Legacy, and you must know how to do it. So if you do not know how to do reload canceling with Enzo using the Enduring Legacy, then yeah, you have to kind of strip out the results. So this is what we did, okay? and that is why the outlier was removed. Now, the average kill time for Enzo was 38, excuse me, 38 seconds for sharp precision shot for Executioner, 26 seconds for Dead Bride, and you can see the results for Dead Bride were super consistent. 25, 27, 26, 27, so not much variance there, which is pretty interesting. Now, coming down to mental focus for Enzo, the Executioner average kill time was 40 seconds, and the the results ran a bit. You know what? I'll just use my arrow keys. It's a lot more consistent because I hate using the scroll wheel sometimes. Okay, sorry. For Enzo's mental focus test, Dead Bride was 31 seconds on average. The Executioner was 40 seconds on average, with extremely consistent results for the Executioner, except for one positive run, which was 32 seconds. For Dead Bride, it was 31, 30, 33, 31, so very consistent there as well. Okay, sharp precision shot did better by about 5 seconds for Dead Bride and about 2 seconds for Executioner. What is the difference here? For Dead Bride, the reason why sharp precision shot performed better was simply because sharp precision shot allowed you to dump your magazine of, say, 200 bullets in a much faster time period than you could with mental focus. So although the results aren't that drastically different, mental focus, with all its advantages, basically deals damage over a longer period of time. It hits harder, but it deals damage over a longer period of time, therefore technically extending kill time. So when you're literally speedrunning Colossi, you actually do more poorly with mental focus than you do with sharp precision shot, which again, like I said, is interesting. Now, here you're not seeing a drastic difference. Yes, there is a difference, but to an extent you could still say, hey, you know, it's kind of your personal choice what you want to pick, what you want to choose. But when we get to the next phase, which is Hailey, okay, here, this is where the results get really interesting. With sharp precision shot on Hailey, Executioner's kill times were very consistent, variance between 21 to 25, average was 23. Dead Bride variance was 15 to 25, all right, but the average was 18 because most runs were 15 seconds. I'm sure you would have actually seen it on my YouTube short as well. You can one phase Dead Bride if done perfectly and absolutely murder Dead Bride within about 14 seconds, 14 to 15 seconds using sharp precision shot in Hailey. Okay. With mental focus, Hailey saw a 32-second kill time for Executioner, variance between 26 to 42, and a 25-second kill time for Dead Bride, variance between 19 to 30. It was a lot less consistent. All right. In fact, the positive outlier had Kingfisher summoned too, but we still had a better kill time, which was wild. But anyway, oh, sorry, no. The reason that we had this 19-second kill time was because the Kingfishers were summoned instead of her going into Frenzy. The problem is that Dead Bride with mental focus went into Frenzy before he could finish her, so that dragged out the kill time a little bit, whereas she didn't get that chance with sharp precision shot. Again, the variance can be explained by the fact that sharp precision shot allowed for mag dumping over a much shorter period of time, so although we were not hitting as hard, we were literally spamming them with way more bullets, okay? The kill time difference, however, is significant. If you're looking at Dead Bride, it's a 7-second kill time difference. 18 seconds versus 25 here. All right, that's a 7-second difference. On Executioner, it's even more pronounced. 23 versus 32, which is a 9-second kill time difference. So on Hailey, at least, sharp precision shot shows a clear difference, and it proves that it's clearly better on Hailey compared to mental focus. All right. Now that you understand the results and what we actually went through, okay, why did the results become the way that they are? Okay, it is worthwhile showing you guys this. Now, let's talk about the math behind it. Why did the results end up this way? Okay, sharp precision shot is a ultimate module that reduces your fire rate by 20%. All right, but when you're pulling the trigger, your fire rate will increase by 4% every half a second, with firearm attack increasing by 6% every half a second, up to 10 stacks in total. Okay, 10 stacks taking 5 seconds in total. Yeah, and recoil is also minus 5% per stack for a total of minus 50%. So the total fire rate and attack power that you're going to get is 40% fire rate increase and firearm attack of 60%. Whereas with mental focus goes all the way up to 150% firearm attack, but the fire rate is straight up just minus 10% with no increases. Okay? Now, assuming that you're using the Enduring Legacy builds that I put out on my channel, and of course, please don't fall for the DPS trap, because as you know, DPS trap, take a look, sharp precision shot should theoretically affect the DPS, so should mental focus, but it doesn't, all right? These factors are not taken into account. So again, DPS is a bad measure. Use it as a general guide, but not as the main measure of killing power, all right? Okay. With sharp precision shot and fire rate up, in total, your fire rate at the end of the day is going to be plus 45%. How does that work out? Fire rate up has plus 25%. This starts out at minus 20, right? So your starting fire rate is plus 5%. However, you gain 4% fire rate every half a second, and then finally you gain a total of 40% from this module, meaning that 40% plus 5% gives you 45% in total fire rate, okay? Whereas with mental focus, it's just straight up minus 10. So minus 10 from plus 25 means that your total fire rate bonus is only plus 15. So you're actually firing your bullets a lot slower, and mental focus also has a build-up time. It doesn't just straight up end up doing 150% damage. In fact, for about half the mag, you are going to be well below that. All right. So this means that you're not dishing out super amounts of damage straight away. Whereas with sharp precision shot, it's a time-based stacking. Doesn't matter how many bullets you fire, it's a time-based stacking. All right. And it will still take you quite a while to ramp up. So you're actually firing at full speed and full power for a slightly longer duration than you would be from mental focus. All right. So mental focus is a slower, harder hitter, which gives you technical options such as being able to dodge roll and maintain your bonus, and basically being able to enjoy the situation, right, at the cost of being slower. But sharp precision shot is basically, I'm going all in. All right, I cannot move my finger off the trigger. I'm gonna mag dump everything, but I get to do it in a shorter period, therefore dealing more damage over time. But you are very ammo hungry. I will say that much. You are very ammo hungry with this. You will actually be burning through your ammo way quicker with sharp precision shot than you would with mental focus. So do be aware of that. For most characters, it is going to be your personal choice what you use. All right. It's not going to matter what you actually use for most characters. But for Hailey, at least, I would recommend sharp precision shot because you get to pull off some pretty crazy stuff. Now that you understand the math behind it, let me do a quick demonstration. You've already seen Dead Bride. I don't need to go in there. I know at the start of the video, I did talk about going through all four, but I think it's going to be a bit of a waste of time. Let me just go straight to Pyromaniac and let me just showcase this principle in action. All right. With sharp precision shot, you can actually blast through so much of the Colossus's health, especially in solo runs. So if you are not good with sniping and you want to use the gun build to absolutely wreck these Colossi, you can. You absolutely can. Okay? That's part of the fun. That's absolutely part of the fun. And I will happily demonstrate this thing versus all Colossi, as I often want to do. All right? I will happily do that tomorrow. Okay, coming in right now. Here we go.
I'll finish the job no matter what.
Okay. So, when you're going against Pyromaniac, for example, you want to hold the trigger down. You cannot, okay, take your finger off the trigger.
Shield down.
And you want to keep using your one skill. You want to maintain a distance of 25 meters for ideal range. All right, because Hailey gets a weak point bonus at 25 meters. Okay. I don't want to drag the video out for too long, but I can go through our bonuses after this by showing you the results. But take note that Pyromaniac at least will still be a little bit annoying to fight because you have to try and get around to his back. But once he does that move, all right, your victory is secure. Why do I say this? Because even with slightly poor aim, you can actually absolutely rip through him just like that. You just have to be able to get his rod at the back from hitting around there. All right, so there you go. There you go. That's Pyromaniac done with sharp precision shot. Okay, with mental focus, the fight can take a little bit longer. Okay, because you're simply dealing the damage slower. However, you may not have to reload that quickly. Okay, So that was about a 59-second fight. But again, I was doing it pretty poorly. I wasn't really locked in there. If I was locked in, usually I will do a reload cancel at the start of his animation. And then as soon as his rod pops up, I'll just spam bullets at him until he dies. But if you want to talk about why this works so well for Hailey, all right? Hailey has some additional bonuses that are not available to other characters, which I think is important to mention, at least here. Take note that Cold Fury increases your firearm critical hit damage by 20% at full stacks, okay? So in addition to giving you the criticals, at full stacks, your critical hit damage is also going to go up by 20%, therefore increasing the damage that you're dealing with Sharp Precision Shot. This means that your faster mag dump also has more damage loaded up. You're dealing 50% additional damage for at least 9 bullets each time whenever you trigger your cryo round, yeah? And last but not least is her passive. People often forget about this, but you can get up to 50% weak point damage, okay, at 25 meters or more. So if you maintain that distance, you're getting an additional multiplier of 1.5 times, which people really do forget about because this is what makes Hailey so special. With the additional 1.5 times multiplier, thanks to the fact that weak spot damage is increased by 50%, your Enduring Legacy actually hits like a truck while you trigger this bonus. In fact, the reference distance is 12.5 meters, and I believe that the maximum increase or decrease in your weak point damage is 50% either way. At least that's what the wording tells me. So you want to be at about 12.5 meters to receive no bonus, and anything further than that, you're going to receive a bonus on your weak point damage. So it is actually important as Hailey to stay at a distance. This is why the Perforator build, although it works best for Hailey, is still a poor weapon, because unlike the Enduring Legacy, the Perforator's ideal range is 20 meters. All right? Whereas Hailey reaches maximum efficiency at 25. But the Enduring Legacy, all right, has an effective range of 40 meters, which is why this weapon works so beautifully. If the hand cannons had additional range, we'd probably end up doing better. Now, let me show a battle against Swamp Walker at least, so you guys get a full picture of this, and then I'll end the video there. But regardless, thank you very much for watching this. I hope this is informative. I hope this helps you choose between Mental Focus or Sharp Precision Shot based on your needs as a... Oh, wait, am I going to public? Sorry. I need to cancel that. Cancel. I don't know what I was thinking. I was mentally, oh yeah, let's go in public. No, sorry. I was going to showcase this to you guys in private. But anyway, the decision between Sharp Precision Shot and Mental Focus is a choice for most characters, because you're only going to be a little slower with Mental Focus for most characters. But for Hailey, where there's all these extra bonuses stacking in, you want to choose Sharp Precision Shot. It is a clear winner. Okay. Now for Swamp Walker, I like to be very up close. You want to be about here. You want to be more than 25 meters away, but you have to be close enough for your cryo shot to reach as well. All right, so just remember that.
Setting objective.
Aim for the eye and start blasting.
Selecting objective.
Do not take your finger off the trigger no matter what. If you have to, you can aim for his shoulder as well. And keep hitting with your cryo shot every moment that you can. Okay, pull off your reload cancel. Now, just like that, the Swamp Walker is almost dead, all right? That's a testament to how solid this thing can be. And make sure that, because for Swamp Walker at least, you might want to get a little additional ammo. Okay, do kill the minions with your secondary weapon like Gregs or whatnot. You can do that fairly easily. Okay, assuming that they didn't drop any ammo, that's fine. You can't really help that. Okay, do your reload, back up, trigger your Cold Fury, just like that. I can use my initial shots on the minions, but only to clear them out, so that I can focus all the damage on Swamp Walker, and then there you go. You can still kill him even if you don't get a single ammo drop. Alright, but do try and get an ammo drop just in case. Especially, this is more important in the public fights, because in public fights, you never know how the fight might drag on. Alright? Again, I'll happily showcase a more thorough demonstration by killing everything with my Hailey gun build like I did with the sniper build. All right. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope it has been informative. Remember, for most characters, all right, it is a choice, but for Hailey, you want to be using sharp precision shot. All right. Thank you very much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Y'all have a good day. Don't do anything weird while I'm gone. Okay? And thank you to all of our top supporters for this month and for the month of October. I appreciate you guys. I'm sorry I'm not doing the full shoutouts, but the full shoutouts will return when I am back to streaming on the 22nd of November. Missing you guys a lot. Catch you later.